Hello!
Hello!
Lois.
Hello!
Woohoo! Right, so we're now in a boat. Southwest coast of Wales and Pembrokeshire. Completely stuck. Well, it's funny you should say that.
When I say straight over, that can often mean left.
This is going to be the best and most romantic night of your life.
You would not qualify for anything much. Welcome to episode 1 of Overnighters TV.
And this, our brand new Bailey Advance, is not just our new motorhome, it's also our new TV studio.
So we're going to share with you our most recent van adventures.
And antics and all the fun that we've been getting up to. And we're going to start in Yorkshire. Right, where are we going, Mel?
Oh, straight over.
Straight over. So we're now in the town of, the very pretty town of Pickering in Yorkshire.
Oh, sorry, I should have been left.
No, we should have gone left. Okay, we're going to keep going round the road. No, it's all right. You told me just in time.
I did. When I say straight over, that can often mean left.
Good, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is our first proper trip in our new van, and we've got our bikes on the back, on the bike rack.
Just making faces behind you, ignore her. Oh, sorry, I need to be checking the map as well, hang on.
It's alright, Mel is simultaneously navigating and tweeting.
And making fun of you.
And making fun of me. They're pulling faces in the background.
No, we're fine. 6 miles until we need to go right.
6 miles until we need to go right. Now, when you say that, do you mean right?
Honestly, right.
Okay. Okay, good.
Unfairly, I was expecting it to be chillier, damper, coming up here up to Yorkshire, and it has been glorious, absolutely glorious. Couldn't have had any better weather. Obviously then makes the countryside, the surrounding wolds, as we've been travelling through today, the wolds.
Wolds, not to be confused with the dales.
Or the moors.
Or the moors.
The wolds.
Or the
Lois, look at her lovely horse there, look. There.
I suppose peaks are in Derbyshire, aren't they?
Peaks are Derbyshire, yeah. Dales are Yorkshire. The wolds are Cotswolds as well, but there are definitely Yorkshire wolds, as we've seen it written down. But it's beautiful. It's
Lois, if
glorious.
you do keep doing that, it's going to be really annoying.
That sign definitely said you're in the North Yorkshire moors. Look, that's moors. Look at that. That's moors.
That's proper Greek moors.
Look.
Right, moors.
There you go. That's the moors. Oh, that's stunning. Look at that. Hutton Le Hole.
Oh, look at this. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is beautiful. Look. Oh, look. Oh, bless her.
All right. All right, love.
Gosh. Oh, there's the cake sale. I think that's the duck race down there.
There's the pub, the Crown.
Ah, that's rather lovely.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers, hello. Did you order a steak baguette?
Yes, we did.
I'm really sorry, we've run out of steak.
It's all right. They got me some roast beef. I had a roast beef sandwich. It was really nice.
Crisis averted.
Phew.
We stayed in a really cool place though, didn't we?
We stayed at Sledmere House, in the grounds of Sledmere House, which is this beautiful old country mansion.
Absolutely lovely. We were there for the whole of the bank holiday weekend. It was sunny every day. Absolutely lovely.
And we weren't there by accident. We were there because it was the Caravan and Motorhome Club's annual outdoor flagship event, The National.
Sledmere is the most gorgeous part of Yorkshire. We're here in the Wolds, and we've got 1,400 families here, and they're having a truly amazing time.
This is our 91st National, can you believe it or not? The 90th was last year at Sandringham. Obviously the Duke of Edinburgh is our patron, so it was great to go to the Sandringham estate and be hosted by the Duke. But now we're at Sledmere House in Yorkshire, and I'm a Yorkshireman, so this is God's own country, as you know, so we're really pleased to be back. The National is just a great opportunity for people of all ages and all walks of life from all parts of the country to come and spend time together and enjoy the entertainment and the activities. You know, there's something for everybody, from manoeuvring a caravan to climbing a climbing wall if you're one of the youngsters in the Mayday tent.
So this weekend we've had Tina Turner, we've had Cher, we've had Madonna, we've had Freddie Mercury and Queen, and last night we had Elvis Presley. They were all here, kind of, giving us lots and lots of entertainment in the Adria Entertainment Marquee. And of course, that's the other thing. You can actually buy a caravan, or a motorhome, or even a new tower for your caravan. And then of course, there's the dogs. She's beautiful. Oh, look at her. Hello, hello.
So we have more dogs than children on site. We have less than 300 children and over 300 dogs. Breeds, colours, sizes, it's brilliant. And we encourage all of our families to take dogs to site.
So this is our cat, Humphrey.
Now Humphrey, he's a lovely boy, but he's not that clever. And we think that he thinks he's a dog.
So we were thinking maybe next year we could try and sneak him in to the National, into one of the dog classes. And we think he'd be in with a really good chance. I know, darling. He'd be great.
Anyway, this was our view from the van. Sledmere House off there in the distance. But this Bailey unicorn just in front of us, the lady in there, she said to us, That's in
Wales?
Tinton. Anyway, this...
Oh, sorry, you're actually doing it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Anyway, this was our view from our van, Sledmere House in the background there. But in the foreground you can see a Bailey unicorn. Well, the lady in that Bailey unicorn, she came over to us and she said, why don't we do more stuff about caravans?
Well, because we are motorhomers, we've got a motorhome, but I've towed caravans quite recently, and I love caravans. But essentially, we all want the same things. Once we arrive at a campsite and we unhitch or hook up, we want the same things, don't we? Caravanners and motorhomers. We're all looking for an adventure. We're all looking for peace and quiet, beautiful countryside, nature. La la la.
Exactly, la la la. I couldn't have put it better myself. So, although we're probably not going to do stuff where we're actually in a caravan very much, everything that we do will be of universal interest. It's not going to be specific to motorhomes, it's not going to be specific to caravans. And anyway, we're very untechnical.
Very, very.
So, we've noticed when we're driving down the road that people wave to each other.
But it's caravanners, well, people towing caravans wave to other people towing caravans, and people driving motorhomes wave to other people driving motorhomes. And that made us a bit sad.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
So we thought, why don't we bring the worlds together and have peace and love everywhere? Because I'm a lover, not a fighter.
What, don't do my Chris Eubank impression.
Oh, was that what it was?
Well, it could be that
Okay.
Chris Eubank would perhaps enjoy going into a motorhome. I don't know.
It goes on Chris Tarrant, not Chris
Let's
Eubank.
see, yeah, come on, is it A, a motorhome? Is it B, a caravan? Is it C, a caravan? Or is it D, a tent? Come back after the break.
Hang on a minute. We've come off point a little bit there, haven't we?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes.
When we're driving down the road though, and we wave to people, other motorhomers, other caravanners don't wave back,
No.
but we wave to them. So,
I've even actually waved a couple of times an Iceland delivery van, because from that distance I couldn't tell whether there's a motorhome or not, and he didn't wave back either.
it's really straightforward, isn't it?
It's so straightforward. Everybody waves at everybody. Motorhomers wave at caravanners, caravanners wave at motorhomers. And it starts right here, right now, today.
Hashtag van wave.
Van wave.
Anyway, back to the National, and on the Sunday we took part in the 8-mile family fun ride. It's all part of the National Wanderer. We could also have taken part in the 28-mile bike ride or the 53-mile bike ride. We chose to go for the shorter option. It was all sponsored by Max's Tyres and also by Rally Bikes. And here are the lovely people from Rally giving my new Diamondback mountain bike the once-over before the race. Here they come. What do you think of it so far?
I think we're going to do it. As usual, Ryan found a local hostelry to refuel.
Proper Yorkshire bitter.
Lovely.
That's for you, Mel.
Thank you. Perfect.
Cheers. Yeah, I think it took about 3 hours to ride an 8-mile ride.
We kept stopping. If you want to see the rest of the film, you can go to our YouTube channel and catch up on that.
So that was our first experience of the National, and it was great. If you want to find out more about the 4 national events held across the year, then go to the Caravan and Motorhome Club's website.
And actually there's still time to book a pitch at the Welsh National in Monmouth over the bank holiday, the August bank holiday, and it will have all the same cycling events.
So we'll show you more stuff from Sledmere later on, but now we're going to move on to something else. Now, as some of you may well know, Mel is a teacher, and she's very knowledgeable, and she's particularly good on history. You may have seen some of our mudlarking films.
Oh, yeah, we went to East Tilbury, the City of London,
Yeah.
basically the Thames.
Yeah, basically, Mel climbs down onto the shore of the Thames and looks for old bits of crockery and maybe a Roman coin, but we've never found one yet.
Never yet, no, but fingers crossed.
Anyway, Mel's always sniffing out museums and places like that. And we found a rather lovely one. So we're at the Hutton Le Hole Museum. We've been in the blacksmith down there, the tinsmith, clog maker down there, and then up here we've got the village store.
There's a Marmite.
Didn't you used to work in a shop a bit like this?
It was, yeah, I mean, actually I'm not quite that old, but I was just saying to Lois, that's exactly the scale that I used to use. I used to weigh out the ham and the cheese. It was a proper little old, you know, village store in a way, yeah.
Aero, Polo, Roundtrees, Kit Kat.
Aeros have been around that long.
Yeah, look, 1953 Coronation Aero.
Those old Kit Kats, I bet they've gone off now. What are they? Rag blue?
Those little rag blue. My mum used to always use those to wash her net curtains.
Oh.
And they actually make white net curtains have a slight blue, you know, bright blue tinge to them, really white.
Look, little post office as well. So
You
this was
realised
the chemist?
No, it was in the village, but when it was going to be closed, they moved everything to here. All the fixtures and fittings, they recreated it. This is just a really incredible museum because you've got all of history right from a longhouse here. I think there's something Iron Age up there, we haven't got up there yet. Yeah, they've got witch posts.
What does that mean?
The witch posts were put to prevent witches. So they did actually have witch posts in the house to prevent witches. Apparently only 20 of these left in Yorkshire.
So how do witch posts actually work?
I don't know that they do actually work, but they would protect the house and the hearth, the fire, from witches and evil spirits. Imagine how women's hands would just be completely destroyed.
Why would they grate the soap?
Because soap this is what soap came in. Soap came in chunks like that.
Yeah, but why would you grate it?
Because
so you could wash it?
So you could
And then
actually
you
break it down.
you stick it
and
all in
dissolve
there,
it.
and then you smash it down.
Try. It's really hard work. That's with no water in it as well. And you'd be washing and getting all the water out. It's hard, isn't it? That would be your job. If you went into service, you would definitely probably start a wash house.
So there's caravans and there's caravans. So did you sleep up there?
Guess so.
Yeah. Proper gypsy caravan. Are you even allowed to use that word anymore?
Says so. Lovely. Oh, we should.
So look, you can see a couple there. Yeah, so we've all got to get into our gear, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then that's our backdrop, and then we can look like a proper old Edwardian family. Should we do it?
Yeah, Les, you can wear this one. I'm not sure exactly what kind of period of history
I've come back from the war, but I've also got my flat cap on.
I mean, you wouldn't smile. You wouldn't smile. You'd have to sit still for ages, obviously. Get breath on sweaty.
Well, didn't we scrub up well?
Absolutely, and look very authentic, I think.
I think so too. It was only £8, and we had a brilliant time there. When we first got there, it just looked like there was a load of outbuildings, and we'd be in and out in no time.
but we were actually there for hours.
Yeah.
It was an amazing museum, really fantastic. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Lois was completely enthralled the whole time. I think that's the interesting thing when you go away with your 13-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got to find something for everybody, haven't you?
Yeah, you take the highs and the lows.
Yeah, so back to Sledmere House, and we managed to find some Wi-Fi for Lois. So while she was occupied catching up on stuff, we went for a bit of a wander.
I've got my ice cream. We've pretty much, I think, done all the stands. We've chatted with everyone. We've had a lovely time. I'd like to now see the classic caravans and also check out that rather lovely house.
Sledmere House. Let's go and have a look. Beware of
My
the
nan
dog.
had that tea set. My grandma had that tea set with the parrots.
Wow, those French fancies, they're getting really hot. The Wessex Craftsman 2-berth.
Isn't that beautiful? 1950s. Oh my goodness, have you had her for long?
About 20 years.
Oh, how lovely. Oh, look at the little door. Oh my goodness. It's just beautiful. Come on in.
Oh, you're having your dinner, can't you?
Come on, lots of chimps eat.
This is absolutely stunning. How long have you had this?
10 years, but it's been restored too.
Beautiful.
I'll show you a photograph of it as it was.
Oh, this is love. This is pure love in this room, isn't it? Oh my goodness.
So, that's what you had. Can I ask you what you paid for it? Can you remember? No. Okay, don't tell me. Fine. Okay, fine. But not very much, I'm guessing.
No, it wasn't a lot.
No. Now, how often have you slept in here?
Oh,
All the time?
oh yes.
We've been away for 9 days
This time it's 9 days, but we have slept in it for previous rallies that we've done.
Oh, you could live in it, couldn't you? Oh, hello.
Get on
I'm
it.
stupidly thinking that was glass there. Oh, isn't it
Cheers.
lovely?
Cheers. This is 1930s.
1936, look. It cost as much as an average semi-detached house and was all hand-built.
Wow, I know it's a fairly obvious thing to say, but it looks bigger up close.
Remember that episode of Father Ted with the small cows and the cows that are really, really far away?
Yeah.
We were a long way away, now we're close.
But it looks bigger, Ted. It is bigger. Do you know what it looks like?
Downton Abbey.
Yeah. Well, you could have. I was going to say, you could have dressed up for the occasion, Mel. So we're staying roughly about there. But we're currently up at Sledmere. And Mel is very inappropriately dressed. What would the Dowager Countess say?
Get off my land.
That's the worst Maggie Smith impression I've ever heard.
So that's it for episode 1 of Overnighters TV.
There's plenty more to come. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. The button's coming up right now, hopefully. We don't even know where we're going to be next time.
Not a clue, no idea.
That's the beauty of motorhoming or caravanning. Oh yeah, and on that subject, don't forget the van wave. See you next time. Did you pick up?
No, I'm not. I was more worried about the bingo wings. I was holding on to them.
Not bad. No, they're
But I
not. They're
taped
not.
them up.
No. Can you see my eczema?